What's going on, guys? It's Salvajee from Salvajee. We're back with another Battlefield 1 video. In this video, I'm going to be answering the golden question. Should you get Battlefield 1 if you come from Call of Duty? Should you get Battlefield 1 if you've never played a Battlefield game ever in the past? Should you get Battlefield 1 if you're used to fast-paced shooters like Destiny, Call of Duty, Titanfall 2 Tech Test? Should you get Battlefield 1? So, with that said, let me just give you guys a short answer, and if you guys want the in-depth answer, of course, you guys can watch the entire video for that. Okay, so, if you come from Call of Duty or any fast-paced shooters, should you get a Battlefield 1? The answer is going to be no, you shouldn't. Okay, I'm going to be giving reasons why, of course. Now, with that said, let's switch up that question. Should you get Battlefield 1 if you come from fast-paced shooters and you're willing to learn Battlefield 1 and you're willing to learn the game mechanics and all that stuff? Then you should definitely get the game. You should definitely get Battlefield 1 if you're willing to learn its mechanics, because I think you're going to have a ton of fun with Battlefield 1. So why should you not get Battlefield 1 if you come from Call of Duty, or if you're used to fast-paced shooters like Destiny, Call of Duty, Titanfall 2 Tech Test, all that stuff? Well, here's the thing, guys. Battlefield 1 is a very complex game, right? It's not a game where you're going to be able to jump into it and, you know, quickly just learn it, okay? If you have a 15 KD in Call of Duty, chances are you start playing Battlefield 1, and guess what? You're not going to have a 15 KD in Battlefield 1, because one thing that I've noticed, and one thing that I've realized from playing a ton of Battlefield 1 is that in this game, kills don't mean shit. In fact, one time I saw a guy on the scoreboard, he only had 3 kills, right? And he had about 15 deaths, but he was on the top of the scoreboard and he had like a big score. All right, and the reason for that is because he was constantly playing the objectives, he was constantly capping objectives, constantly doing orders and stuff like that. Anyways, the point is, kills don't matter in this game, and you don't really get a ton of kills in this game, specifically when you first get into it, okay? Battlefield 1 is a game that's very complex, and that, of course, leads me to the next question that I asked. Should you get Battlefield 1 if you're actually willing to learn its gameplay? And by the way, learning its gameplay, it's definitely worth it. Look, I come from fast-paced shooters. I was a, you know, Destiny guy, a Call of Duty guy, Titanfall 2 Tech Test, and I gave up on Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, and Battlefield 4 mainly because it was just too slow paced, right? But quite honestly, I learned the Battlefield 1 beta. You know, I kind of learned some of the tactics of the game, and I've been having the time of my life playing the Battlefield 1 beta. You see, guys, if you're coming into Battlefield 1 from Call of Duty, you should keep in mind that the games in Battlefield 1, especially when it comes down to Conquest, which, by the way, Conquest is pretty much one of the best things about Battlefield. If you get Battlefield 1 and you don't really play Conquest, you're kind of missing out, like, on a lot, because Conquest is the best Battlefield experience. And pretty much any Battlefield player is probably going to tell you that. Not all of them, though, okay? Keep in mind, everything that I'm also saying in this video comes from my perspective. With that said, you guys have to keep in mind that there are long games in Battlefield 1, okay? This game that you guys are seeing in the background actually took 27 minutes, okay? See, you know, Destiny and Call of Duty, they have, you know, 10-minute games. Destiny and Call of Duty, you know, it's a game that you can just hop in, and, you know, for pretty much 8 minutes, you can just have a ton of fun, you know, playing some team deathmatch or playing some free-for-all and all that stuff. Keep in mind that if you're going to be playing Battlefield, this is something that you should keep in mind. The games are going to take a long time to make, and there's probably going to be maybe a 12v12 team deathmatch on Battlefield 1, but I'm not so sure, okay? And but like I said, if you're playing Battlefield, if you're playing team deathmatch in Battlefield, you're doing it wrong, okay? That's what all Battlefield players have told me. Another thing that you guys need to keep in mind, if you guys want to get Battlefield 1 and you come from you know, Destiny or Call of Duty, is that there is a delayed respawn in this game. So, you know, Call of Duty, it's instant, you know, satisfaction, instant satisfaction, instant gratification, I guess you could say. In Call of Duty, you die and you can respawn, you know, immediately. In Battlefield 1, you can't do that, obviously. The health regeneration in Battlefield 1 is very slow, unless, of course, you're running the medic. Here's the thing, right? In Call of Duty, let's say that you have like 30% health left, you can still kill probably 2 or more enemies with that health left. But in Battlefield 1, if you have 30% health and you get into a gunfight, chances are 9 out of 10 times you will lose that gunfight, and that one time that you might win it is because you're going against the noob, okay? So that's also another thing to keep in mind if you know, are thinking on getting Battlefield. Another obstacle that you guys need to hurdle is the fact that sometimes it's really hard to find enemies in this game. Like, sometimes you can pretty much bake a barbecue chicken and a pizza and a lasagna, and then you're going to find an enemy, and those things take a long time to bake, by the way. The point that I'm trying to make is that in this game, you're going to have to learn, you know, to use vehicles, to get on the horse, for example, to get on the plane, you know, to get to an objective faster. Long story short, guys, there's a huge skill gap in Battlefield 1. look, as soon as you jump on Battlefield 1, if you're gonna Call of Duty or Destiny, you're going to struggle with some of the things, just like I have struggled. You're not even going to know how to fucking fly a plane, or how to use a tank effectively, or, you know, how to use your gadgets effectively, right? But it's a learning process. And I have to tell you guys something. If you guys are willing to invest time into Battlefield 1, if you guys are willing to, you know, actually give the game a try fully, I do have to tell you guys that when you actually learn how to play the game effectively, it is a ton of fun. But you guys have to keep in mind that thing. There's a huge skill gap in this game, okay? When you start, if you come from Call of Duty, this is your first time playing it, you are going to have to learn its tactics. You are going to have to learn how to play it effectively, okay? That actually leads me to my next topic. I kind of touched upon it earlier in the video, but I still want to touch upon it again. This game, it's all about teamwork, okay? When I first played this game, I was like, holy shit, I want to get kills, I want to get kills. But the reality is, the more I played it, the more I realized that I don't even need to get kills. Like, kills aren't even, you know, something that it's necessary. Kills aren't even something that I need. I just need to play the objective, and I need to play with my squad mates, you know, people in my squad, you know. If I'm playing the medic, you know, if they die, I gotta revive them. You know, if I see that their health is low, I have to throw a medic pack on the ground. I have to be constantly, you know, I have to keep those things constantly in mind. And quite honestly, that's one of the most rewarding parts about Battlefield. Like, when you actually stick with your teammates, when you actually are around your teammates, chances are that you're actually going to get more kills like that, okay? Because you guys are helping each other out. You know, Call of Duty, it's a game mode where it's pretty much you. Like, you're the fucking one-man army. You're going to destroy everyone. And by the way, keep in mind, I'm actually a Call of Duty fanboy. I have nothing against Call of Duty, but I'm, you know, comparing things. But yeah, Call of Duty is a game mode where, you know, you are one person and you can pretty much just take on the entire enemy team by yourself. Well, yeah, Battlefield 1, it's not like that, okay? So that's another thing to keep in mind. Last but not least, I kind of touched upon this a little bit, but I'm going to touch upon it again. The gunplay in this game is completely different, okay? It's not like Call of Duty. You can just, you know, shoot a weapon and, you know, no recoil at all whatsoever or any of that shit. No, the gunplay in this game, you're gonna have to burst fire, you're gonna have to calculate your shots. Yeah, you're gonna have to know pretty much how to use a weapon in a specific range. But I have to tell you guys something one last time, like the Ariana Grande song. I actually like that song, actually. But guys, this game, if you invest time in it, okay, if you actually play this game and, you know, you go into the game like wanting to learn its tactics and how it plays, then this game, it's very, very rewarding, okay? So should you get Battlefield 1, if you're definitely willing to learn the tactics of the game, if you are, you know, if you want to get to know the game pretty much on all levels, then you should definitely get the game, because it's going to be a fun learning experience. And on top of all that, it's also going to be like a new shooter-based experience. Like, I really do feel like the experience Battlefield 1 brings to the table, it's completely unique from Battlefield or Destiny or Titanfall 2, okay? And of course, that's what makes shooter games so great. Every shooter game, in a way, it's unique. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you know, if it was helpful in some sort of way, feel free to drop the video a like, feel free to subscribe to join the Salvajee cartel. My Battlefield 1 playlist will be in the description for more Battlefield 1 videos. If you guys enjoyed the video, remember, drop it a like. And if you're not subscribed, you know, subscribe also. I said that already. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment sections below. If you are, you know, getting Battlefield 1 because you want a freaking shooter experience. I mean, if you want a new boots on the ground experience, like, are you going to be getting, you know, Battlefield 1 because you don't want to play Call of Duty this year? I don't know. Let me know in the comment sections. Keep in mind, everything I said in this video comes from my thoughts and my thoughts and my perspective. So with that said, guys, thank you very much for watching again, and peace out. See you on the next video. Eat a vagina.